up on County Connection. Jam session or county facility? Does it even matter if it's therapeutic? Find out. Alzheimer's can affect anyone. Keeping your brain and body healthy may help delay or even prevent you from getting the disease. New year, new resolutions. We might be able to help you out in 2018. But first, County Connection looks at the recent wildfires. After a wildfire is done devastating a populated area, it's time to start the rebuilding process. One of the first groups to visit those areas, a damage assessment team.
You want to move up over here next? Is that where we're going to head?
I'm Matt Olson with Planning and Development Services, and today we're in the Bonsall area performing initial damage assessments following the Lilac fire. Based on the information we have from the firefighters, we know the areas affected by fire. So we will go through those areas down each street and determine which properties have been affected and which have been not. Those that have been affected will determine has the structure been damaged moderately or in a minor fashion. Caroline, this is an information packet, and can kind of run through it to help you out with the rebuild process, and certainly have a lot of information and context, so we can help you out. I'm a senior civil engineer with Planning and Development Services. We issue building permits. We're part of this in part because we're going to help in the rebuilding process. So the information we're gathering today will be helpful to the fire victims when they choose to rebuild with their insurance claims. When they come into the county to apply for a permit, we're going to have a good record of what they had on the property, what was damaged or destroyed in the fire, and that will allow them to have a more efficient way to getting it rebuilt. The entire incident is a collaboration of obviously CAL FIRE, firefighters from across the country, sometimes internationally. On the damage assessment side, we work with the County Fire Authority. We'll also work with maybe some of the local fire districts. North County Fire is affected here. And then also with some assistance of CAL FIRE, so that there is some cooperative sharing of information to try to make sure we're accurate and thorough.
The damage assessment team is tasked to document any damage to structures so homeowners can start rebuilding. Households impacted by the Lilac fire signed up for services at the county's local assistance center, a place where survivors can begin the rebuilding and recovery process, a process that can be emotional for both the visitors and those helping them.
And then you contact us to do the inspection, and then they flip the switch and they turn it on.
Well, my father's mobile home was up on Doolin Road, was completely destroyed.
Where was your property? What was it? It was called Montserrat?
We lost our house in the fire, the Lilac fire, and that's traumatic enough, and you don't know where to turn, and I heard that everyone was going to be here.
So a local assistance center is set up immediately following any disaster event. It provides centralized services to victims of a disaster. It's a place where those who are impacted by the disaster event, in this case a fire, can come to get services and resource information all in one site, so they don't have to go to a lot of different sites. They can get all that they need right here.
We want to get out there as soon as possible, and then from there, get you all set up.
He got out with basically the clothes on his back in his vehicle.
We are providing recovery information, rebuilding information. We are also preparing permits for temporary occupancy trailers, for temporary power, and just, walking these residents through the rebuilding process and getting them back on their feet.
Well, with your application for the calamity claim, your rights will be protected. You said you've been through this before?
So I thought, wow, that's great. Rather than running around trying to find all these different agencies, I'm just going to go here and, find out what I need to. And it's been really helpful.
All the folks in the county here have been absolutely terrific. They really have been.
I do the work that I do every day, day to day, and I never thought I'd be able to be part of something bigger than this and helping them out. So it's really rewarding.
We're recovering.
All right, it was so nice to meet you. You're welcome.
Here at the local assistance center, we're here to help. We have information, we have resources. We'll help get you on that path to recovery.
Get more information about local assistance centers on the county's recovery website at sdcountyrecovery.com. Unfortunately, people weren't the only ones who had to evacuate during the Lilac fire. Horses and other large animals needed a safe place to go to escape the flames. At the request of Animal Services, the Del Mar Fairgrounds opened up their stables. Check it out.
We board our horses at Sundance Equestrian Hills, and we obviously had to get the horses out because the fire was right there across the street.
If you own an animal, large or small, it's your responsibility to have an evacuation plan. Visit readysandiego.org to make sure you and your pets are prepared. Alzheimer's affects more than 45 million people worldwide. San Diego County Parks is playing a part in the fight against the disease. To keep your brain sharp, visit sdparks.org to find activities happening in your neighborhood. What's all that noise out in East County? It's the sound of therapy at the Edgemoor Skilled Nursing Facility.
What I do is facilitate drum circles at nursing homes, hospitals for at-risk kids, youth, also for drug rehabilitation, things like that. One of the things we like to do with them is call and response. And so if I play something on the drum, they echo it back. Pepperoni. It really helps them to focus and also to lead and to follow. And stop. But even the ones who can't play, they come out and they're in the circle and they also are part of that circle and they're getting something out of it too.
The minute we pass out the drums and the drumsticks or the rhythm instruments, the room fills with noise and the drumming begins. It's a sense of community, a sense of belonging, a sense of participation, and they really love drum circles.
I like pepperoni.
I love it. There's something to look forward to in my week. It's worth the trip to get out of bed early and come down here, and you can go back and feel better than on a normal day. It's really good healing.
It's healing for me as well, and to share what I know and a little bit of knowledge I have about the power of music to others and see it come back, or someone says, hey, I really had a good time, or I wasn't feeling too good, but man, I'm glad I came. I feel much better now. A lot of the people in the group, I'm older than they are, but they've had a traumatic experience, and I'm able to help them at least get out of that space that they're in. If it's a negative space or if it's not a healing space, I try to bring them out of that. And so to come here and be able to do that and see that, I think is a beautiful thing. And I think more programs like this that the county has, we should be doing more of this kind of work. I think it's very beneficial and very healing. Everybody should get involved.
Drumming isn't the only way to de-stress. The great outdoors is another healthy way to get energized. Check out our latest virtual hike at the Ramona Grasslands Preserve. So why are you still sitting there? To find some trails near you, simply visit the county's Parks and Rec website at sbparks.org. Now that it's officially 2018, see how the county can help you with your New Year's resolutions. If you haven't already, make one of your resolutions to have a pet preparedness plan, just like Teddy. See you next time, and don't forget, follow us on social media.
Planning for emergencies is smart, but does the family emergency plan include pets? Don't forget your pets when planning for an emergency. For more information, visit ReadySanDiego.org.